Ripple's a company of really professional people working really hard on this. That's why we chose XRP. We believe in XRP. We're not making a price prediction, but we do believe it's a coin that will have the most utility out there. Bitcoin is a store of value. I agree with Mike McGlone, but I think that XRP has a true use case. There's just no doubt about it. And the Ripple team, from the interaction we've had with them, they're really professional. They act like investment bankers over there. They know what they're doing, and they will make this work.
In today's show, we'll talk about some very important news that could make XRP the future of digital currency in Europe. There has been a lot of talk that the European Union agrees with setting the price of one XRP at an amazing $60,000. The goal of this change is to make it easier for the huge number of transactions that are going to go through this route. Today's talk is mostly about how XRP, a digital asset that US investors are familiar with, could become the digital euro, or even more interestingly, how it could be used to facilitate all trades between the euro and other digital currencies. You've come to your favorite place to find out about XRP news. I need to ask for a quick favor before we get into today's great news. It's really simple to join. There are only 3 steps. Pay attention to find out more because you won't want to miss it. Remember to use the word #MoneySide in your comments too to make sure you get a chance to win the prize. Chris Larsson, the founder of Ripple Labs and a visionary, explained this groundbreaking plan. He said it over and over. XRP is going to be the global bridge currency. What's interesting about this is how flexible it is. You can use Ripple's XRP with any digital currency, the dollar, the yen, or the euro. You don't have to switch to a new one. XRP is meant to be the way that these transfers happen. Imagine being able to easily change a digital euro into XRP and then back to dollars. XRP is the link. There's a lot to talk about in this episode, like how the French central bank picked XRP as the platform for the digital euro, how the Digital Euro Association praised Ripple, and even how Forbes hinted that XRP could be worth $60,000. This very important information is being talked about right now. Let's get into the specifics. Bitcoin really wanted to make a new currency that didn't need a central bank, so Bitcoin is kind of like a way to store value. The idea behind Ripple is very different. We are using the same groundbreaking technology, but this time we are building a value exchange or web that doesn't depend on cash. In fact, you don't have to switch to a different virtual currency to use Ripple. It works with USD, EUR, yuan, real money, or anything else you want. Ripple has a math-based currency that works like Bitcoin, but its main job is to make things possible. We think that most people will use Ripple with the money they already have, like dollars, euros, or yuan. The process of bringing the digital euro is moving along much more quickly than ever before, thanks in large part to the work done with Ripple. Surprisingly, a big step forward in software development has happened in just a few days, less than 3 days ago. This new technology makes it possible to do digital euro transfers offline on devices that are already out there, making them widely available. This progress shows how close the digital euro is to becoming a reality. Ripple Labs has been very important in its growth. This growth is exactly why the Digital Euro Association recently praised Ripple for its work. In the meantime, all of these changes have caused the price of XRP to change in strange ways. Investors and fans alike are paying attention to these changes because they are happening at the same time as progress in the digital euro and Ripple's important role in them. There's been a lot of talk about the recent price changes in XRP, and many people think these aren't just computer mistakes. People think that the big price jumps are actually caused by more action and volume on the XRP ledger. Just 3 days ago, the price of XRP took a huge jump, hitting an amazing $42,441. This was the 3rd biggest jump in the history of the cryptocurrency. As a well-known member of the community, Jack the Rippler explained this phenomenon. He said that XRP's price rose above $5,700 in one of the strangest turns, while a new competitor, the crypto trading fund token, rose to $267 on the XRP ledger without any problems after start. For those who don't know, the crypto trading fund token has become very popular very quickly in the world of cryptocurrencies. It rose to the top and became the most important token on the XRP system in just 6 days. People are very excited about its official start in less than 72 hours. But it has already become very well known. Early buyers have a great chance right now during the pre-sale, especially since there are only 120 million tokens available. This lack of stock points to a possible supply shock after the pre-sale, just as Jack the Rippler said would happen. He says prices could soon go over $267. He worried that some people might think this was just another bug, but it could be the start of a new wave of millionaires. Still, you can't say enough about how important it is to do your own study. The way things are going sends a clear message. Things are changing, and now is the time to move. This is why it wasn't a surprise when Forbes put out an estimate that XRP is worth around $60,000. This is especially true as the amount of transactions on the XRP system keeps going up. Think about the forces at play. When you buy, sell, or move XRP on the ledger, gas fees are charged for each transaction. Because these fees are unique to the XRP environment, they cause XRP tokens to be burned, which lowers the supply. Take a look at this situation. XRP is becoming more and more popular. CBDCs, governments, financial companies, and central banks are all using XRP more and more because it is useful. At the same time, more and more people are using the XRP system. The crypto trading fund and other groups are choosing XRPL because it has much lower gas fees. Because of all the use of the record, a lot of XRP is being burned to pay for gas fees because of all the extra activity. This causes a sharp rise in demand for XRP while the supply goes down due to burn-off. This means that each XRP currency needs to be worth more. Basically, we're seeing the start of a trend that suggests XRP's value could rise dramatically. This trend will take time to develop, but it highlights the wider expectation that XRP will hit the amazing $60,000. The predicted value is more than just a number. It shows how demand, utility, and strategic scarcity all come together. This shows how important XRP is to the changing world of digital banking. As we look to the future, the interesting story behind XRP makes it sound like stocking up now might be a good idea for people who want to make money from its expected rise. Do not forget that I am not a licensed financial planner. The information in these movies is only meant to be entertaining. Before making any financial decisions, I always tell my viewers to do their own study and talk to professionals. Thanks for listening. Do not forget to hit the follow button and give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Also, make sure the alerts are on so you know right away when I post something new. In the next movie, I can't wait to catch up with you. Be careful.